Right, Jen. So our listeners are very excited to have you on the show. And so they've sent in their beauty and makeup kind of dilemmas.
Okay.
And they need like a beauty agony aunt. So
You ready for this?
I'm so ready.
So ready. I usually dye my eyebrows about once a month because they're non-existent. This month, I put the dye on like normal. But then, of course, my kids needed me and I got distracted.
Oh, no.
I ended up wiping the dye 15 minutes later than usual. And they were huge and black, and I was shocked. I was mortified. I had to drop them off at swimming, looking like I had slugs on my forehead. Oh, God, I could just got visions of red from Angry Birds. You know, those massive eyebrows. And I have actually, before you answer, I got my eyebrows dyed once in an actual place, and I cried because I was like, what have you done to me?
Yeah,
they were so dark. And I know that they do fade eventually.
Yeah.
But I was mortified and I looked utterly ridiculous. Anyway, so there you go. What would you do, Jen?
Well, exactly that. I would just scrub at them for a bit.
Yeah.
Because they do fade. That's why they always go in a bit stronger, don't they, when you go into these places? But I would just repeatedly like shampoo them.
Get the Brillo pad.
Yeah. I don't think there's anything else you
No.
can do. You've just got to repeatedly wash them.
Or like
And
put some
luckily eyebrows
concealer
fall
over
out
them.
quite often, don't they?
Don't put concealer over them. God.
Would that not lighten them up a bit?
No.
It would look,
That's what I've done in the past when I've got my eyebrows and they're really dark, and I just get like almost like a toothbrush and just put a little bit of concealer in.
When you
just
next do
tones it down.
that, could you send us a photo?
When I'm buying tampons in the supermarket with big eyebrows and concealer on. I'd do
Concealer
that.
eyebrows, concealer
Challenge
lips, I think.
accepted.
Hannah's starting her own little trend over there.
Yeah, I might have to try that myself.
Follow
but
me for
conceal-
makeup tips, everyone. The least best person to do that.
I'm pregnant with baby number 2, and since having my baby, I haven't felt the most confident. But last week, I decided to book a night away for myself and my husband to spend time together before the second baby arrives. I had organised my mum to come up and babysit my first, so everything was sorted. I booked in for a wax, and as you know, I wanted to feel good again, but it was honestly the most painful wax I have ever experienced in my entire life.
Hurt like a mother.
The wax was too hot and burnt me. She ripped my skin, bleeding and sore. I felt like I was a plucked hedgehog. Oh my God. The wax had told me that when you're pregnant, you're more sensitive down there, but I'm not convinced.
Yeah, you are.
Yeah. Oof.
You should, but I mean, the skin shouldn't be coming off.
No.
The wax is too hot. You can get skin grazes. So when you're waxing your eyebrows and things, you should come off retinols and things like that. You shouldn't have any retinols like a week before.
Oh,
I've
really?
had brides who have had their tash waxed and the skin's come off completely.
Holy shit.
Yeah. So that's a big one. But they should be asking you these questions. They should be telling you to do things like that. And it's not even when you're just pregnant. Do you wax at all?
No.
Right. I went back to having waxes. I really questioned my life choice. I was like, why am I paying someone to rip hair out of me? It really hurts. I should book him for a facial instead. But the last time I went, the wax was so painful. Not because it was too hot, but I really was in agony. And she was like, where are you in your cycle? And I was like, what? Maybe I'm due soon. And she was like, that's why. It's
Yeah.
like
Yeah, you're
it
more
impacts
sensitive.
you. So it's probably the pregnancy hormones
Yeah.
have made her skin really sensitive. But I mean, your skin shouldn't be coming off. That's
No, that doesn't sound
'Cause
good.
you
But
could
I
buy-
actually got put off getting waxes because I've had like back-to-back awful experiences getting a Brazilian. And then you question
Why?
yourself.
In what way? Were they like getting all up in your junk?
No, I don't mind that. It just
Quite
really...
Don't mind it. It's what I'm paid
I had a
for.
pseudocreme
Where's
ready
that
for them.
happy ending? Yeah.
No, I quite like getting on all fours and getting your wax. That's fine. But
I feel great after. I haven't
Yeah,
done
but
that for a long time.
I
I
just...
do that with laser in asshole.
Oh yeah, you've had everything lasered.
Yeah.
See that? So I did get that done, and then it started
grew
growing
back.
back
Yes.
because I was pregnant.
happened to me.
Really?
Does it hurt getting your asshole waxed?
No, it's quite nice.
Is it?
The hairs are
Yeah.
a lot thinner. on
Yeah,
your
no, I
bum
quite
hole.
liked
Yeah,
it.
but does the wax get on like your sphincter?
No.
I'm guessing so.
They're really
A little
good.
bit.
They're really good, though, aren't they? They like get all up in
Like,
your
I've just
got visions of
you
playing
have to
like
pull
whack-a-mole
your
with your
ass
No, it's
cheek.
quite
sphincter.
nice.
You have to pull your ass cheek out.
Yeah.
I much prefer that than my
That is
getting
sore.
done.
You have to. I'm like pulling like this.
Oh, it's horrible.
As taut as I
Oh, it
possibly
makes you
can.
feel. And I remember
hate
once
it.
I booked in a Brazilian wax before a date with Jessie. I think before we'd even had sex, but you kind of like, okay, it's on the cards. And I was getting my wax on and it was so painful. And then my phone bleeped and I was like, that's Jessie cancelling, isn't it?
Did
And
he?
it was. And I was like, this is so wasted now. And
where's
and
that
it was
man
so
with the
painful. And again, it
Sudocrem?
cost 50 quid. I was like, that could have gone on
cheap.
something else.
Yeah.
And I've just had back-to-back awful experiences of it hurting so much. I'm like, no.
What am I doing?
I'd
Yeah,
rather
why am I
just-
doing this? And also,
Yeah, what am I doing?
they don't care. Like, we're doing it normally for us. I'm now just a trim and a shave.
Yeah, I'm a trim and a shave.
Trim and a shave.
Yeah.
Yeah, laser.
I
I remember
have-
the
yeah,
first time
I'd like
I
to
did
do
wax
laser again.
Veet for the bum.
Oh, I don't put feet on my bum.
Yeah, I don't know.
I
if you
don't
meant
have a
Veet for
very
the bum.
hairy.
No, it's like, it doesn't really bother me, but I'm like, if I'm going to,
Yeah.
because I don't go for waxes now.
But the thing is to look at your hole to see how hairy it is.
Are you looking at your bum hole?
It's like you go like that and you're like, I
Are
don't know
you?
what that is because I've had 3 kids.
Do you
Like,
look at your vagina?
I mean, I have since I've been getting my lasering done.
Do you look at yours?
Not that often.
Did you look at yours after having kids?
Oh,
Well,
stop.
this is
yeah, I
why-
told my husband
yeah.
he could have sex with a hooker for the rest of our relationship because I was so traumatized by what was glaring at me in the mirror. I was like the Joker smile, like,
I couldn't look. I've never looked at it.
have you not?
No.
Did you like, yeah, but you know, when
So
you like
I faint
feel-
at vaginas.
Sorry?
you?
That's my nursing thing.
You
I
faint at and he said pajamas.
I'd be a terrible lesbian. I can, I can nurse you. I can put a catheter in. I could catheterize you right now, Louis.
I could use one because I need the loo right now. And I
Yeah,
can't
so-
go anywhere.
You have a joint tube.
But yeah, it's like anything speculum or hysterectomy.
What is it about?
But you done to you. I don't know why I just
No,
lifted
well,
my leg.
I have to have a chaperone when I have to have anything like that done because I get really freaked
What, even
out.
with the coil?
Coil, when I had the coil put in, I had 2 babies next to me and the guy just kept poking me going, you've got a prolapse. I was like, yeah, thanks. I just pushed out that £9.6 baby with a 40 centimetre head like last month. Do you want to back off? And he kept going, yeah, squeeze my finger. And I was like, yeah, do you want to
then
do
he
one?
went-
And the babies were both screaming and the nurse was like, doctor, I think we should just carry on. And he was like, yeah, but you've got a really bad prolapse. And I was like, put the coil in. Leave me alone.
Oh my
It just
God.
kept poking, going, yeah, you've got a real significant prolapse. I was like, oh my God.
Of
course I do. I just did that.
You did a side bit.
I digressed. Yeah, looking at see, I can't look at. So when I had our daughter, I had stitches, and the midwife was obviously like, "You need to check your stitches."
Yeah.
And Richie was like, "There's no way she's gonna check those."
Wow.
So, and I was like, "I do not want you checking them." And he
Yeah.
was like, I was so,
Yeah.
and I don't know why I was so taken aback by it, but he was like, of course I'm going to check. And I was like, but you'll be so like
Yeah.
freaked out. And he was like, no, I won't. He was like, you've just gone through this insane thing. He's like, the least I can do is check that everything's okay. And I was like,
Oh, that's nice.
this
I
is
think
the
what
end
we,
of our
I
relationship.
think we're going to do is we're going to take you to the shop and buy some sanitary towels.
Yep.
I'm going to
And
look at
I'm going to show
vaginas.
you my and we're going to get over our fears.
I faint though.
Do you
I will
like
catch you.
genuinely faint?
I fainted. So
Is it because you're so like, is it the beauty of them? You're like, oh my God, this is so
no,
beautiful.
the spec. I think I had to have a speculum examination. Look, I'm really twitching. I'm like speculum examination when I was quite young, and they used one way too big, so it makes me like, and then there was a 19-year-old girl. I'll never forget it. She was lying on the bed. She had to have a speculum examination. Of course, you have to chaperone, so it was a male doctor, and I was chaperoning. And he said, "Oh, could you pass me the swabs?" So I went past her legs, and for some reason, I looked, and then I just went.
Oh,
And I
wow.
had to swing into a chair really quickly. And of course, the 19-year-old was like,
Oh my gosh.
and I was like, you're fine. I'm just really hot. I'm really hot. And she was like, okay. Anyway, my mentor was then like, you can't let this be your thing.
Yeah.
So she was like, I'm sending you to watch a hysterectomy.
Oh my God.
Oh my God.
Yeah. So then I went in this room and I was like at the top of, I was in the surgery like, oh, this is a nice surgery. How is everyone? Everyone okay?
Does anyone
And
want a
this female
snack? Can I pop
surgeon was
out?
between these legs and she was like, you, come here. And I was like, I'm okay. I'm going to work with the anaesthetist up here. And she was like, come here. You're here to learn. And I was like, oh, okay. And I was like, what we're doing? And I was like, what we're doing? It's really interesting. And how are you doing that? And she was like, look at what I'm doing. I was like, and I looked and I just went,
Did you?
Oh my God.
straight down.
In
I woke
theatre?
up on a theatre bed outside the theatre with a porter who had some biscuits for me.
Wow.
And then I went back down and the mentor went, and I was on gynae. That was my placement. That's why she kept sending. She
Oh
was
my
like,
God.
I don't think gynae's for you. I was like, no.
I love that.
No.
I don't think gynae's for you because
No.
you faint
Or
every
being a
time you see
lesbian.
a Yeah.
With our second,
Mm.
I was like, oh, giving birth in a pool of water, that sounds fun.
Mm.
That sounds like a great idea. Really beautiful.
Mm.
And then, it does really help. Did you have a birth pool?
The first one I did, yeah.
It does help. The water
Yeah,
does help.
it is
Like,
nice, yeah.
Did they tell you they were going to take the gas and air off you when you had
My
to
midwife
push?
didn't give me any. She refused to give it to me. She left it in the car.
Yeah. Awful.
I asked for it and she said,
That's abuse. Like, that's...
now that I have had 2 babies after that, I've realised actually that was very sadistic.
Like, she could have been lost her life.
She didn't give it to me.
I'm so sorry.
I
that
was crying.
happened to
I
you.
was
That's
literally going, give me the
awful.
gas and air. And she said, you don't need it. And then afterwards, she said, aren't you pleased now that you didn't have
No.
it? And I was like, no, I thought I was dying.
Oh, that's awful.
And then she didn't sew me up.
Oh, I'm so sorry that happened.
Didn't
to
realise
you.
that she was a Deliveroo driver.
I didn't know.
She's like, I'm just bringing the pizza around. What's his expectations? There's a margarita and that. I don't know what else you want.
No, I didn't know what was right or what was wrong.
No, of course you
I
don't. Well, I
wasn't-
didn't know that they take it off to push. So I did it in a birthing unit.
Yeah.
Were you at home then?
Yeah.
Okay. Did you have a birthing pool?
So I went in with all 3 of them, but I had to get out because it slowed my contractions
How did
down.
you get out?
Because all 3 of them just slowed it down for me. I didn't
don't know
relax
how
in
you
the
physically
water.
get out of the water once you're in.
I slid out like a hippo. It was like, when you see a fish just fall out. I had my bikini top on.
Did you?
It's looked great because I was so engorged.
What
with
made you
it,
want to keep
but-
your top on? Were you just like,
Well, I bought a
with
new
your
top, hadn't
right
I?
out? It's such an odd choice.
I'm going to get my out, but keep a gorgeous bra on.
Keep my dignity.
Andy's got a picture of me when I was in labour with Annabelle, and I've got the gas and air, and I'm like looking up at the camera going, before I was like fully dilated when I was angry, and I had this
Oh my
lovely, my
God.
boobs look great.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
Boobs do look
God.
great.
Yeah,
when
they
you're-
do when you-
especially
yeah.
when the milk comes in, you're like,
Yeah.
hello.
And then you're like, ah.
And then you're like, oh.
Yeah.
they've
So
gone now.
I thought the pool was great in the sense that it did help with analgesia. I mean, it's giving birth, isn't it? It's so painful. But I had a great midwife who, in the birthing units, they are quite hardcore
Yeah.
midwives. They're like
Yeah.
the creme de la creme. And, no complications. But once I got his head out, I remember the midwife going, Rich, you need to go.
I don't even know what's laughing with you now.
It's just such a weird environment, isn't it? And Rich, she kept going, Rich, come and have a look. The baby's head's out, and he was like, yep, cool. And the midwife was like, no, come and have a look. And he was like, yep, good, good. And she was like, come here and look. And he just like was like, yep, that's great. He was just like, it's this in the pool. He was like, his head just sort of
I know. When they
Just like,
turn.
what?
Oh my God.
It's so weird. And he said the whole experience. He was on like an office chair on wheels. Sort of just every time I moved, he was like, whoa, whoa. And he said, I remember you having the gas net and you dropped it in the water, and you were like, Rich, I can't believe you just dropped it. And he said it took because he doesn't have shit filter. He said it took every bit of my being not to go, you dropped it, you idiot.
Oh my gosh.
Probably because you're scared you're going to drop kick him.
Yeah.
But I had this gas and air, and so Joey's head was, they take the gas and air away. I couldn't believe it. But I do remember that my hair was all over my face, and I felt like completely, I can't do this. Those words where you're just like, I've got nothing left to give. And then this other midwife came in. She came and sat behind me, and she pulled my hair back because I wasn't able to tell anyone I need someone to pull my hair back. And she pulled it all back, put a bun onto my head, and she pinned back my shoulder, and she went, right, let's get this baby out. And sometimes you need that sort of like,
Yeah.
oh, okay, let's do it. And then pushed him. But it was hard work. And like I said, these midwives are no nonsense, aren't they? So they're not really that sympathetic. They're like, get on with it. And I remember lying in the bed, and she was doing, checking baby over. And then she measured his head and just looked at me and went, well done.
Oh my God.
40 centimetre head.
40 centimetre.
£9.6, 40 centimetres.
£9.6.
In a puddle of water. It is.
Oh my God. And what did you weigh when you were born?
Well, I'm the third child, so mum's not sure.
Yeah.
Love it.
She doesn't give
doing the forms. I'm like, so what age was I when I had chicken pox? She's like, I'm like, Mum, did I have chicken pox?
Can't remember.
She's just like, you were the third.
It's
I
so
don't
true.
I've got no idea how heavy I was. My mum's never told me. She doesn't even know what time I was born.
No, my mum hasn't got a clue.
Maybe
She's
she's my birthday.
Three of you, Genevieve.
Yeah.
Three of you. And I remember my brother's got, the full baby book pictures, that
Oh,
strap
yeah.
of hair. My sister's is half full. Mine was still in the cellophane.
Oh, yeah.
Like,
Do
she's
you
like,
keep
oh,
your
I
kids'
do. No,
teeth?
do I?
Or
No.
anything
Richard
like
keeps
that?
It. No. I
I've
don't have the
kept one
umbilical cord.
tooth.
I don't have anything.
I've kept one tooth because, oh no, it's not a tooth, sorry, it's a toenail. I've kept one toenail because this said toenail was so traumatic to clip off my son, like the screams. And I was like, it's like, it doesn't hurt. I just need to cut it. And it went on for about 3 hours. I was debating to get the toenail and I finally got it. And I was like, that's caused me so much trauma. I'm going to keep it. So I have an envelope with one toenail.
Just don't mean to blow my own trumpet, but I am exceptional at cutting babies' fingernails.
Are you?
Are you?
I am quick as a whip.
Really?
To the point where Rich he'll be doing one and I'd be doing the other, and I'd like have done the whole sets.
Oh, that's very
and
good.
he's on number like index finger.
Because they're always,
He's
quite
like,
traumatizing
oh
to
my
cut.
God, it's so terrifying. And I'm like, doof, 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 doof.
Oh, that is a skill.
It is a skill.
that is
You're
a
like,
skill.
I'm
It
your
does get
makeup artist,
terrifying.
my sister-in-law was like, time to cut their nails, and I was like,
Oh.
"Dit, dit, dit,
Oh,
dit."
that's brilliant.
It
That's
is
a
awful
skill.
when you do cut their skin a bit though. You're like,
It's bleeding, it's fine.
It's fine.
Right, so any tips for down there care in pregnancy? I decided to give myself a quick glow up before a wedding. I applied the tan, put on my baggy pyjamas, and then my toddler woke up crying. I spent 40 minutes rocking them to sleep. When I woke up the next morning, I had a perfect dark orange handprint tanned onto my face.
Oh my God.
And a white patch on my leg where the baby's damp pyjamas had rubbed it all off. I looked like a patchy tiger. What do you do with fake tan in that instance?
In that instance,
How
I
can
don't
you
even know.
you can't rub it off, can you?
No.
It's there for a
It's
few
there.
days.
It's not unless you try and match the rest of your face to the shade of the tan.
Imagine getting like just a hand.
That's the
print.
best you can really do, isn't
Oh,
it? Like
God.
try and bronze up as much as
God,
humanly
a handprint
possible.
though, that's
You
hilarious.
can't really
You'd
come
walk
back
around
from-
like, hi guys.
You can't really come back
Yeah.
from a handprint on the face and
No.
tan, really, can
There's
you?
no going back.
No, you're kind of screwed.
No
Yeah, I
going
would
back.
just tan up.
Yeah,
Yeah, just
Yeah.
go like Ross from Friends.
yeah.
Oh, I
Get some
love that
creosote.
episode. I'm an 8. Still such a classic.
With tan, do you remember the Rimmel Shimmer
Yes.
tan? That's like treacle.
Yeah.
Yes.
That was the tanner of
Yeah.
the time.
Yeah, absolutely.
And you used to slather it on whilst you were drinking like your triple vodka, Red Bulls,
Lamborghini and
waiting for the
blackcurrant.
taxi, and then you didn't even give a shit if it was raining.
no.
And so then you'd just be in the rain and you'd have these massive like tiger striped tan.
Smelling like a biscuit.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
it's so interesting. We just didn't even, we were so sort of on the body that we were like, whoop, whoop, like in our heads, we looked phenomenal.
Yes. There used to be this product
There was no comfort.
that I used to be obsessed with. It was a tanning towel and they came in like little sachets.
Oh my God.
Do you remember
like
them?
a face wipe.
Like a
Like a
face
fa-
wipe.
yes, yes.
And you used to put it on you and they come in different shades of colour. It was
Yeah.
actually really good. But I remember putting this tanning towel on and getting the wrong colour and like not going right to the hairline. So it just looked like I had this, it looked like I was wearing a mask. It was ridiculous. And then didn't do my neck.
Yeah.
So then my face would be like one colour and then my neck was another colour. It's very strange.
And you would never think to have like exfoliated, moisturised
Oh,
first.
no.
You get the tanning wipe. And I remember I just like shove it on my legs like that. And I'd have like patches around my feet. And I'd be like, oh yeah, it's just where I put my tan on.
Yeah.
Nobody cared.
No, because in our head
Nobody
we've
cared.
tanned,
Yeah.
so we look
Yeah.
great.
I'm so
We're
bronze.
We're so
did you ever
bronzed.
get did you
Bronzed
ever
up.
do actual tanning beds? I did.
I did.
I did.
I think I did a few, but
Oh
I
no,
don't
I
think
did.
I
I
was
did a lot
hardcore.
to a point where it looked like I went on a 2-week holiday.
Yeah.
Did
I
It's
know.
so
It's
dangerous.
So dangerous, but we didn't know
No,
then,
no.
and I was just like, yeah, it was like my routine. Like, what are you doing on Saturday? I'm going to the tanning bed.
Really?
Yep, and it was normal. And then to a point where I would actually burn.
Yeah.
We saw people in the burns unit from tanning beds.
Did you?
Did you
Yeah.
actually?
Yeah, we saw people who, like, we had a young lad who was 11 years old and had to have skin grafts to both of his arms.
Because of a tanning bed?
No, sorry, because of the heat in the summer.
Oh my god.
Well, just,
Christ,
that's
yeah.
people.
Wow.
People just forget
Yeah.
how crazy it can get in the UK and that on tanning beds,
Wow.
like all things like that.
Yeah, I remember my back used to be burnt, and because the bulbs were like these strips, I would have like strips of burn on my back. I remember it so well.
I was quite sensible. Well, I was not sensible in many ways, but I was always the one on like girls' holidays, so like 17 and Zante and things.
Yeah.
And I was the one always putting SPF on, and
Oh,
everyone was like,
I was
"No,
the
I want to
opposite.
tan. I want to tan." And I was like, "It doesn't stop you tanning." So even from that age, I was like, "Doesn't stop you tanning, guys." But I think me and my best friend had gone to Fuerteventura when we were 16, and we did the classic, covered ourselves in baby oil and just
Oh God.
sat in the sun
That was
for
me.
8 hours.
Yes.
Yeah,
I
and
put
we
olive
got
oil
back,
on my face.
and we've got photos of us, and we're swollen and red.
Oh my God.
And we were
Oh,
wearing
God.
bed sheets because anything else
Yeah.
touching our skin was agony.
Oh, that's
God,
the
it's
worst.
awful.
So that's why I used SPF
So after that, I would, and
always.
so she
Yeah.
and I are always like SPF, SPF, SPF.
Yeah. Well, I wish I'd known about SPF like way earlier. I remember being 18 and on holiday with my Italian friend, and she was putting olive oil on her face, and I was like, "Oh, I'm going to do that." We had like basically we called it a tan off.
Wild, isn't it?
We would have a tan off, and of course I'd lose. She's Italian.
Yeah, I was going to say with olive skin
Yeah.
that could withstand a bit
And
more.
I
sun.
literally burnt. Like I really burnt.
SPF peeps
SPF.
every
Yeah.
single
Right
day.
Right, so I've got another dilemma for you. Need your expertise. So I heard retinol was a holy grail for tired mum's skin. I bought a high strength one and used it every single night for a week because I thought the more the better. By Friday, my face started peeling off in giant flakes at a playgroup. One of the other mums genuinely asked if I'd had a chemical burn. I
my
looked like a
God.
shedding lizard.
Oh no.
I mean,
Yeah.
you're only supposed to use a retinol. Well, I don't know. You're the
It
best one to
is.
say. I'm just going to make it up.
Yeah.
Not
so
often.
as soon as you start saying that, I was like, her face is going to melt off. It actually it hurts.
It burns, yeah.
It hurts to go in too strong. So yeah, with so retinols, they're all under the vitamin A category, and so they really help target fine lines. They can help if you've got breakouts. And there's a lot of evidence, a lot of research to show that they are effective. But obviously different brands, different strengths and blah, 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 blah. But you always go in low strength and then you build your skin up. So I would say, and I mean, I'm not a facialist. This is from what I've understood and learned from dermatologists and stuff over the years. But you would go in sort of twice a week in the evening and then build it up that, and I'm okay with that. So now I'm going to go up to 3 days a week. And then once you finish like that bottle, I'd then go on to the next strength and move up
and
gradually.
She
She went
for it.
full throttle.
She has, yeah.
And I feel like there's sometimes not enough.
There's
Not enough knowledge on this because I've heard that before where women have gone like, oh, I've heard retinol's brilliant, I'm gonna get this one. Even if it is a low dosage, they put on every day.
Yeah.
And then their
And too
skin
much.
burns
Yeah.
and too much. And it really it burns.
Yeah.
It's
So yeah.
blooming good if you use it well. Like I
Yeah.
use retinol a lot.
Yeah.
And it is like retinol I use. It is very, very effective. But
Yeah.
use with caution. And on tubs and stuff, they don't make it clear what strength it is.
No,
so
no, it needs to be like a big bold letters,
Yeah.
like to start with once a week.
the ones that I like, Medicate,
Yeah, that's a good
Crystal,
one, yeah.
because you start low and it's
Yeah.
very obvious. The other one, Skin Rocks, is the one I'm using at the moment. So that again, 1, 2, 3.
Yeah.
you know.
I just need to know what cleanse, tone and moisturiser to use, and then what eye serums, what like retinol, what do you put on top, when do you put vitamin C, and you put, all that. There's so many products out there that I'm a bit like overwhelmed where I just
Totally.
don't really know what to use
There's so
now.
many products out there and it's completely overwhelming. Like,
So many women are overwhelmed that they're just like, I just don't do anything because
Yeah.
they're afraid of doing it wrong and
Yeah.
getting
Yeah,
the wrong
yeah.
product and then doing more harm
Don't
than
be
good.
shedding like a
Yeah.
lizard at baby group, do you? Because you
It's
use
not
the
the
wrong
look.
thing.
It is
Just use
not
a
the
baby
look.
wipe on it.
it's
God.
not the look.
Us millennials are never getting it wrong.
Yeah, I might ask my niece.
Constantly
She'll
getting
know.
it wrong.
Yeah. Right, here we go. I saw this skin fasting trend online and it said to skip skincare for a week to let the skin breathe.
Your skin doesn't breathe.
Yeah, I am now over a week in and I have a lot of crusty skin and I'm really not sure about this. Is this normal?
No.
I haven't heard of this.
I've never heard of that.
A skin fasting trend? That's ridiculous.
I mean, what
So
advice
you're not
do
washing your face. That's
That's
wild.
disgusting.
That's wild.
That's like us 20 years ago.
Yeah, right.
Literally.
God,
Oh,
I
my
remember,
face is
coming
crusty.
in from like a nightclub and just going to bed.
Oh,
not
yeah,
cleaning
yeah.
my face, not cleaning
But
my
not
teeth.
feeling
No,
bad
nothing.
either.
Didn't
You were
give a
Oh my God, I
I'd
hadn't
wake up
cleansed, tone
looking
and
great, go out the
moisturised.
next day with the same makeup on.
And you'd have your eyelashes like stuck together, or your strip of eyelashes would be like half off.
They would always
You
go
probably got so drunk you
stuck to the
cried
mirror.
about something that happened 5 years
Yeah,
earlier,
exactly.
and
Yeah.
half your eyelashes were hanging off.
Yeah.
The thing you have to ask yourself is, would you not wash your body for a week because it needs to breathe?
Yeah.
You know, what utter nonsense.
Jen, tell us what's going on. Have you got anything exciting happening soon?
Thank you so much for asking. Well, following in Hannah's footsteps, because you've just done the Leicester Square Theatre, haven't
Yeah.
you? So 10th of May, I'm going to be at Leicester Square Theatre. I might have a special guest.
Okay, who are your special guests going to be?
Gosh, back in my brains. Who could I ask?
I
This
can't
is
wait.
a
I can't
takeaway
wait.
for everyone.
I can't wait. I'm
Oh,
so pleased to be part of
exciting.
it as well. But yeah, Jen, you've been an absolute pleasure to have on. Thank
thank
you
you.
so
Nice to
so
sit
much
here.
for
We've
being
covered
here.
everything
I feel
today.
Like it's been a
No, it's been a pleasure. Thanks for having
Thank
me.
you.
Thank you, Genevieve Turley. Thanks for tuning in to this week's episode. If you've enjoyed the chat, do us a massive favour, hit that subscribe button and ring that notification bell so you never miss an upload. We're dropping new episodes every Monday and Wednesday.